Amazing.
So, who's this?
This my amigo. Yay.
Oh, Jay Hobbs.
Yes, Agent Hobbs.
Good to see you, Agent Hobbs.
Hello, sir.
I'm a little pressed for time today, and normally I like to give enough time for conversation, but unfortunately I've got a date with a beautiful woman over in Boston. So,
Wait, how much time you have?
I got like about 10 minutes.
Okay, I tell you what. We'll catch up next time then.
No,
okay?
we can't because I'm gonna be gone for a while. So
How long? How long you gonna be gone for?
Probably
gonna be
the
for a minute.
holidays, Yeah.
What, like 3 days?
It depends. With that said, well, my
Wait, we
hand kind of
talking-
got.
Listen, we took 3 days then.
I think we got to talk now. So the issue is as follows. I didn't actually expect to have this conversation today, but unfortunately, Tilly kind of pressed my hand quite a bit today. Tried to tell her to hold off on it, but, you know, she was very persistent. I just got done talking with her. Here's kind of where I'm at with everything. You, Brandon, and company, you got something going on. It's not my business. However, with the line of work that I'm in, obviously there needs to be levels of separation. I'm not going to be getting in bed with you. You're not going to be getting in bed with me. Unless, of course, there's some mutual need for something, right? But even then, things would be done in a manner in which neither you or I would get burned. Unfortunately, that kind of demeanor is not something...
Wait. So neither me or you can get hurt, you say?
Correct. Get
Who
burnt.
gonna hurt me?
Burnt. The
Burnt?
police. The marshals.
Burnt. That's like your cover's blown.
See,
Edgar.
I thought he said
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
I was wondering who was
No.
gonna hurt me.
No, burnt.
Hey,
So, with that being said, obviously, you know, our mutual acquaintance, Tilly, she doesn't really have that understanding. She doesn't really... She's not very good at being sly. And as a consequence of that, you know, when she told
Sly
me
for
about...
what, amigo? Sly for what?
Well, she let me in
Why
on...
is she being told Edgar gonna kill her if she keep talking to her?
Why... That... Why is she being told this?
See,
That's what she told me. And this is why we're having the conversation, because I strongly believe that I think she wants a piece of both worlds.
I think you overestimated how much contact we had.
Well, that's why I want to tell you.
Grossly overestimated how much contact we had.
And I think that's why I want to be very honest about exactly what has been happening in the event that there's misunderstandings here. I was, about a month back, I was let in on certain things you had Tilly do. Now, what's happening between
Like
you
what?
and something about a FOIA, things with like
Something
blood.
about it,
And
amigo, tell me direct, what was it? If I have you suppressed.
the problem is that she is very forgetful. So apparently there was some like FOIA that you had requested her to get. Unfortunately, as a consequence of that, given my close contact with the police department, I overheard conversations about why is this FOIA being asked? Why is Tilly asking for it? They can't produce it, this and that. And I also got further context when Tilly started asking you about these things and mentioned that you wanted some information in regards to that. Now, other things were mentioned to me about FIB building, keys, all kinds of things along those lines. And at the time,
Mentioned by
I'm mutual
who? Mentioned by who?
by Tilly.
Okay.
Saying who asked her to do it or who told me?
You're telling me about a month ago, Tilly told you about some stuff we talked about. Okay. Then what?
Tilly told me that
1
she was
month later,
involved.
She told, don't talk to Edgar because he's going to kill you.
No. she told me that's FOIA stuff that. So I talked to Brandon immediately after the FOIA conversation. So a month ago, let's recap this. A month ago, Tilly told me about you asking her to get FOIAs from the police department. In addition to that, things revolving around the FIB building, using keys, things along those lines. I contacted Brandon immediately afterwards, and I asked him, I'm like, what do you got Tilly doing that's going to get her caught up? And lo and behold, and after I made that phone call, Tilly got really upset with me, and she said that why the fuck did I tell him that you guys are going to kill her? Those are her words, not mine. And quite frankly, once again, not really my fucking business, right? If you're into some heavy shit, so be it. Not my fucking problem. However, where things get a little dicey is when Tilly is in my cabinet and I got marshals up my fucking ass. Tilly's ditziness and whatever things that you may have her doing can lead the authorities to my doorstep.
So 1 month ago, she was asked something. You had made a call to Brandon, and she pretty much no contact since then. So what happened now?
Well, that's not what she led me to believe.
Well, I'm telling you as a fact, that's what happened.
Well, and you know what? I believe you. Unfortunately, about a week ago, some things happened over at the prison. Right?
See, and a lot more can happen still. What of it?
Well, I'm getting to that. So I was heading over to the prison in order to talk to Scotty. We got mall officers that are going to be lining up this place. And two of the people running the place are going to be DOC. And I need to talk to Scotty and let him know that, we're not going to go and poach all his DOC officers. Well, upon arriving, we heard a bunch of automatic gunfire and fucking cops lined up in the motorcade. And we saw some guy run around with what looked like an automatic firearm. Well, as I'm driving away, I got pulled over by one of the cops thinking that I was involved. As we're driving away, what was running through my mind is this the guy that the cops are looking for over a recent murder? Maybe it has something to do with that. Is someone getting pulled out? Whatever, normal things that you're going to think what the fuck is going on? And that's when Tilly starts to tell me that she was in contact with you, and the conversation became, maybe Edgar has something to do with it or whatever. And I'm like, Tilly, are you still involved with that kind of stuff? You know what kind of heat that can bring? And the answers I started getting back from Tilly were very not to the point. I knew she was hiding.
Edgar, what did she tell you after you got pulling over?
After we started driving away, and I had my suspicions over this having to do with a recent murder that had taken place in the prison. Your name got brought up as a potential of maybe they're involved with this. That's when she mentioned that she had been texting you or received a text. So I asked myself, I thought you told me that you weren't going to mess with them anymore. Are you involved in this? Do they still got you doing things? And the answers I got back from her were very, how do I put this? Neither yes or neither no. And that's where my paranoia started to kick in. You got to understand here, Edgar, I got an entire city to look after. And the last thing I need is a mistake that Tilly makes, causing the authorities knocking on my door, regardless of what the truth is.
Amigo, we didn't talk about it, shit. She had no idea about any of that stuff.
And I'm glad you're telling me that.
See, you could have asked me direct.
Well, I could have, but it was in the middle of, if you're involved in the prison, I'm not going to be giving you a fucking phone call right then and there in the middle of that conversation.
I'm not saying right then and there. If you had doubts, you could have contacted me after.
Well, that's
you
why
could have called and asked. You could have called and asked Brandon.
We did, and that's where I'm going with this. We then arrive over here at the court center, and the conversation continues. Now, at this point, she's telling me all kinds of other things about blood and the fucking Mary statue and all kinds of other shit that she started telling me, and none of it made any fucking sense. So at the end of it, I'm like, I asked her, Tilly, like, are you trying to get involved with them or are you trying to stay in the office? There needs to be a clear separation. You cannot double dip. And she didn't want to answer. Eventually, I tell her, do you need to talk to them? Like, let them know? Because at this point, I'm starting to wonder, like, if she accidentally blooded herself into your crew. Because she, like, once again, she's talking about, like, pouring blood on shit and, like fucking magic. And I don't even fucking know. Like, I don't even fucking remember the details. I just remember, like, blood and statue and all kinds of shit like this. And she keeps telling me, like, well, I don't know, you know, like, I don't remember all the details. It happened a while ago, and, like, maybe I am, and, like, I don't know. Very just fucking confusing. No straight answers. Neither or a timeline, right? So it could have happened a month ago. It could have happened a week ago. I don't know. All I know is whatever you guys are doing, not my business. I've got this entire facility in the city to look after, and the last thing I need is another, like, fucking marshal investigation. So ultimately at the end of it, I call Brandon and I mention, like, what's this about? Like, Tilly's telling me that you got to put blood on, like, statues and shit like that. And I'm like, listen, try to keep Tilly like, not involved with whatever you guys are doing, because I'm gonna get heat coming my way. He's like, all right, not a problem. Easy. Phone call ends.
Again, she haven't been involved in a shit.
I don't know this, though.
I'm telling you.
I know you're telling me right now, but I didn't know that at the time.
You doubting me.
I don't think I have a reason to doubt you.
Are you doubting me or no, amigo? Give me a straight answer.
I'm not doubting you.
Okay, then.
I mean, why would you lie to me?
Involved.
Yeah.
You paranoid.
Do you blame me? Got fucking 44 marshal reports in 3 months.
Who fucking who? Cry me a fucking river. Is that my fault that you having all this martial stuff?
I don't think this has to do with... I'm not sure I understand.
I tell you, this chica had nothing to do with me.
Okay.
Whatever happened a month ago, or whatever, the FOIA shit.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is not even that big of a fucking deal. After that, there's been nothing. Maybe a ha-ha, he-he, that's it.
Right.
Then I'm getting called and saying that they're telling me not to talk to you, Edgar, because you're gonna kill me. Did you tell her that?
She told me that.
But did you tell her that?
No, why the fuck would I? I don't even know you. Why the fuck would I say that you're gonna kill her?
Sí, amigo.
After that phone call with
that
Brandon.
That really angered me, Nino. I started seeing red. I saw on principle I'm gonna talk to this girl every fucking day now.
And this is why we're talking. Because the way that she's been moving. So she told me after that I spoke to Brandon and asked him to kind of leave her out of things. Anything that's heavy. She told me directly right after that you guys are going to kill her because of that phone call. And I told her, you didn't tell me this was heavy shit. Like, you didn't tell me. And she's like, what do you mean I took a blood oath? I'm like, what are you talking about? And then after that is when you had a phone call with her, apparently from a private phone call. So at this point, and this is after she had supposedly blocked you. And the way that I've been seeing this, and after I got done talking to her, the only thing I could think is she's feeding me shit, she's feeding you shit, and making this worse than it needs to be.
We never really talk at all. Once Brandon say, hey, we cannot talk, okay, no problem. That's it.
Right.
And what's this stuff you're telling her, Edgar, paranoia about the world coming to an end, wondering who's saying shit? What's that about?
What do you mean?
You saying Edgar is paranoid about the world coming to an end shit, but he's the one that's telling everyone. What's that about?
You're paranoid about some things, but the world, I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Think real hard and remember.
Maybe the SEMA stuff a while back.
No, not the SEMA stuff.
Whisperer.
See, may he rest in peace.
Yeah.
By the way.
It's the only thing I could think of. Maybe the whisper when we were the whisper shit was going on. Here's where I'm going with all this, Edgar, and the reason that I want to have a conversation with you. I want to be
Who called
very.
you that day on Saturday and stirred against on the telefono?
Say again.
Who called you on Saturday? Was the day we went into the prison and murked everyone. That night.
So it was you guys.
See, it was.
I think someone told me. Who the fuck told me that? I don't think your name was actually brought up. That was
You got
theory.
a phone call and you got off the phone call super pressed, and that's when you started pressing Tilly. Who called and stirred?
Who called and? You mean that led to the Brandon phone call?
Amigo, Saturday was the day of the prison.
Okay.
Okay. That night was the same night I got a block from Tilly.
Yeah, the block happened.
See, which
Right.
which caught me off guard. Okay, so I called her in an unknown number. I say, "What the fuck is this about?" And she freaking out.
What was she freaking out about?
About you being pressed,
I told you all
saying
this.
that Edgar, you cannot talk to Edgar, or he gonna kill you.
Okay, so first and foremost, me telling her that you're gonna kill her over it is a straight up fucking lie. She's been telling me this entire time that you're gonna kill her if you know that she's been talking to me about like fucking foyers and fucking like bloods and statues and shit like that. Why the fuck would I say that you're gonna kill her? That's exactly what she's been telling me, and that's what I was exactly why we're talking.
After the prison riot, you got a phone call that night, and when you hung up the phone, you super pressed, and that's when you started coming at her. I want to know who was on that phone stirring, because that's where the problem coming from.
I don't think anyone was stirring anything.
Do you have a problem with me, Nino?
I don't think I do, but I do think
it's not a thing.
I have zero problem with you, Edgar. You're friends with with Brandon, and I think the reason I brought that whisperer down your way originally is because I thought there might have been an opportunity there. Obviously, the guy ended up being a bozo. But my purpose here, and always has been, is to give people an opportunity, whether, no matter who the fuck they are. Now, if you're a cop, that'd be a different story. My problem with all this here is, and the reason I want to talk to you, is because the situation with Tilly seems to have turned into this massive game of telephone. And even just speaking with her, I feel like she has been, like, creating an unnecessary tension. Because she'll have me do things like call Brandon and tell him X, Y, and Z, and then tell me something bad's going to come out of it afterwards. So instead of talking face to face, I'm communicating with you guys for no reason through her. I mean, this very allegation of the claim that I'm saying you're going to kill her is fucking ridiculous. Because that's only going to create damage with a party that I know is dangerous. I don't need that on my doorstep.
I think you're full of shit.
Let me ask you something, Edgar.
What do you think of that?
Why would I even remotely have an issue with you? We barely know each other.
See, that's why all of this is so surprising.
And that's why, for me, it's so annoying. Because if anything...
Perhaps you pressed over the whisperer, pendejo.
I don't give a fuck about the whisperer. And I told you and Brandon as much. That they were at the beach house. Because I, too, the moment we solved that puzzle, was confused why the fuck it was a scavenger hunt. And that's why I'm going to suggest the following. I think there's been a tension here that's not only unnecessary, but it goes against my future desires with Los Santos. If there's anything you need from me, I'm willing to make it happen. Consider it a parlay of sorts. To take whatever this fucking tension is actually create some kind of cooperation.
But are you, Nino? That day that Brandon came to you, he came against my wishes. When I came with him. The following day, we were gonna go somewhere out of which we were not sure if we were gonna come back. The difference maker being the Whisperer's life. He vouched up and down, you're his guy, no matter what. He never called you for a favor or anything like that.
The firehouse.
This is the one time he gonna call it in. And you pretty much turned him down. That told me everything.
Let me give you some perspective there, Edgar.
We grabbed his ass anyway, by the way.
Yeah.
So now you're asking me to ask you of something. If I ask you, it's not gonna be something small. And I don't think you do it. I don't think you have the tripas to do it.
Edgar, let me explain something to you. And I can understand from your perspective, you may think it's just a little boo-hoo. Every fucking morning, I used to wake up. Allegations thrown at me. I don't know if you ever felt that way before. Being called a fucking criminal when you have done everything in your fucking power to make sure that your hands are clean. Not because your heart isn't black, but because you need your hands to be clean for the betterment of everybody else.
You know what your problem is, Nino?
What's that?
You're a halfway crook. You can't figure out if you want to be the savior, a good boy for Los Santos, or if you're trying to be a gangster. And you're flipping it and flopping it on both sides. That's the problem.
I don't think
When we're talking face to face, you talk like a gangster, amigo, and in the next fucking break, you're talking like you want to be a good boy for Los Santos.
I think you know.
Maybe no one told you straight. I'm telling you straight. That's your issue.
No.
You think I'm gonna ask you for something small when you offer me a favor?
I think you may have misunderstood. There's certain things that I can do. Move money. And get connections. Things that only the mayor can provide. The very reason the marshals have been trying to get me out of power, and it is them that I have gotten rid of. You should go knocking at the door at the marshals one day and see how many of those marshals fucking walk out of there. They won't.
Okay,
all those justices.
But what is that to me, amigo? What is that signify? Signify you a bad mayor. Unless you're trying to be a gangster, then you're a great mayor. But if you're trying to be a gangster, this behavior that happening regarding myself is no bueno. That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
If you're trying to be a gangster, sure, getting rid of all of the marshal is a good move. Next, you have the PD to take down. But the way in the last month or whatever, I'm not dealing with you, even if it's really passive and by third party, it's not the actions of a gangster. You pressed over the smallest things. So that's what I'm saying. You're being a halfway crook. So why are you bragging to me now that you got rid of the marshals?
There's not bragging here, Edgar. I'm explaining to you why it's not as simple black and white. I didn't pop out of my mother's pussy and say, you know what, I'm going to be a gangster or I'm going to be a fucking this or that. I've got objectives. Everyone's got objectives in life that are different. And you got to make things work. And for me, it's making sure the marshals aren't up my fucking ass while I'm trying to get things right. Now, what is right in my eyes, to a degree, is making sure people in Los Santos are happy, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to do some things on the side. Now, that favor you're asking about from Brandon, I never saw that as him calling in a favor. There's a reality on the matter. Whatever you guys need to do, if I was there, you're going to have fucking marshals up my ass. And that's not something I was looking to open up an entire history book explaining why it was a bad idea.
He told you that the whisper around his mouth, and now he's in hiding. And if he's not delivered up, he's going down. Now, a surefire way in the ice was, from Brandy's perspective, is Nino can give him a call, and this pendejo 100% will heed that call.
The other side of this...
That's when we would have showed up, and it could have been done in such a way not to compromise you. Now, again, I was against it, but this man was... He put a lot of faith in you.
Yeah. Here's the thing, Edgar, right? At the end of the day, I still do care about Brandon. And something that may not be understood is that if the moment I set that man up, no matter how cleanly you guys handled it, that didn't prevent a marshal from being in a fucking bush, my phone being subpoenaed, and them coming knocking on not just my door, but both of yours.
Bull fucking shit, amigo.
Do you want to see? I think I need to show you some of the things they produced. And maybe it'll give you a better understanding of the shit that I've been dealing with and why I'm so paranoid. I think maybe a glimpse into my world might make a bit more sense. And you'll understand where this paranoia comes from. And maybe you're right. I am paranoid. In fact, I admit I am. But it doesn't come out of nowhere. And unfortunately, it makes me be very fucking calculated with each and everything I do. Because even right now, you never fucking know if there's a fucking another Marshall drone sitting in the fucking air just wondering what the fuck are these guys doing. And when nothing could happen, we could walk out of this and like, whatever, we have no deal, whatever. But you know what? That's not what the cops think. That's not what the fucking marshals think. They make up their own fucking stories and sell it as truth.
You think the marshals worried about associations between me and you?
They
Sincerely.
have been worried about each and everything that I've been doing. There are reports of just me meeting with random people. Well, that is until I ended it all.
There is a surefire way to remove all doubt that we talking together or you helping me or anything like that.
I don't think that's something to be concerned of anymore. Like I said, there's only one marshal left. That's why I'm so open with having to talk to you out here in my new place of business.
See, but that don't make sense. Why you so paranoid then?
Why I was paranoid. That wasn't the
But who
case
knows,
when the
that one
Whisperer
marshal
was
might
around.
be a really, really, really good marshal.
The one that works for me. Tells me each and everything that they're doing now. You see, Edgar, maybe you're right about me having to pick and choose between being a politician or a good guy and being a gangster. It has changed me a bit. Had me work a lot more differently. Because I need people to believe that I am a saint. So that that devil inside my heart can continue to cook where it needs to cook. There's a kind of morality that I've always lived by. Is that law enforcement is never, ever been has been an organization that is there to help people. Like me, people like you, or even people on the fucking street. They're in it for themselves. But there is a force. The people that actually make sure things are done. And those are the people that run these crews across the city. And I don't mean some random Southside gang. I mean the ones that make sure that their loved ones are fucking close and those that hurt them are taken care of. Now here's what I'm proposing, Edgar. Because like I said, I'm very low on time. But I want you to consider some monetary funds. And that line of money comes your way. as a start to a potential cooperation. Now, I don't know where that leads or what could come of it, but I think it's a start.
I think it's more important to remove even that one shred of doubt that we're working together in case your stuff don't go south.
I don't think we got to think that deep no more. I think just the way that we contact each other, etc., should be simple enough.
No, amigo, I don't think we're gonna be contacting each other. And for any marshal that's watching right now with a drone, they can see that me and you no fuck with each other. Merry
Hey.
Christmas, pendejo.
Hey!
Happy holiday.
Fuck you.
Halfway crook, pendejo. Why you still talking?
Sick son of a bitch! Yo, Flippy, no way! Flippy, no way! Oh, shit. No fucking... No way! Holy shit! Oh my god! Bro, cinema! What the fuck? Yo! Holy shit! Well, Flippy's pockets are going to be lined up. Bro. Are you going to tell your date? I know, man. I got to... Nino's thoughts on this is like, I think Nino's like, this guy has wanted beef for me from a minute. Yo, Don. Thank you for 5 gifted subs. Appreciate you. Because the way that conversation was being navigated, Nino's like, here's the deal, right? Where even is the issue? And Edgar kept saying, like, I think you have an issue with me. I think you have an issue with me. Nino's like, no, you got Tilly just stirring here. We need to get this squashed. Oh, my God, dude. Flippy is, oh, my Lord. That just made the RP that much better.
Mr. Mayor.
You fucking goddamn.
What happened?
This fucking psycho wanted to goddamn fucking rob the place. I told him we ain't got nothing.
It is. The mayor's
I was
down.
too
The mayor's
late.
down.
Yeah.
Sir,
Hey.
are you okay, sir?
Yeah, I'm good.
He's saying he's good, but he doesn't look good. Hey, get out of here, sir.
Relax, man. Yo, are you good?
Oh, what do you mean relax, man? The mayor shot on the gun.
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
you to back up. I need you to back up.
Man, shut your bitch ass up, bro. I'm here to help him.
I understand that, but I don't know that, right? So back the fuck up,
good.
please.
He's good.
He's good. All right.
Yeah. Just concerned. It was some fucking.
All right. Let me take a peek at what you got going on here.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God. Yeah, you got quite a bit of bleeding going on here. I'm gonna do my best to secure that before EMS comes. Okay.
All right. Appreciate it. Oh my God. Cinema. Hold on. Let me
apply a
see.
tourniquet to each of your legs here. All right.
Can we see if we can move it out a bit?
Okay. I threw some tourniquets on. All right. We're gonna get EMS here. Okay. What the hell happened?
Fucking these guys. Look, let me get medical first.
Yeah. We'll
It's just
save your
fucking
breath. We don't
common
want you to, I don't
fucking
want you to hurt
crooks. I
yourself
think they
anymore.
thought there was like shit to steal over here or something.
Fucking assholes. All right. Don't worry. We're gonna get you some. We're gonna get some out with that. 10-2. What's the status of EMS? Okay. All right. EMS is on the way. Okay. I'm not gonna move you because I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor. You know. I don't want to see if you're too injured. I don't want to fuck it up more. So we're just gonna keep you right here.
All right.
I'll see you at the hospital.
Yo, this is gonna be fucking spicy. This is gonna be spicy.
Hey man, did you see anything? What happened?
But he just got his steam. Negative. It's gonna be outside at like the.
I mean, for Nino, I don't. It's gonna be a bloodbath.
I failed my job. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
you're
Nino.
good. You're good.
You shouldn't be coming here alone anymore. I think it's getting too dangerous.
Oh my God, this is gonna be fucking juicy.
You done first aid on him?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You still with me, Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, I'm still with you.
Okay. All right. Good, good, good. I had to keep you talking if I can.
Take a statement.
I have no idea. That's how Nino's gonna you'll see. Hey, how you doing? There's probably a couple bolts on my shoulder there.
Okay. Take a look here. It's gonna be a bit stingy here. Get them packed in as best I can. Are you experiencing any faintness, dizziness?
No, not so
nauseous?
much.
Just a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Let's get this under control. Just trying to get all the bleeding under control. Little poke in the arm here and get some unag in and some fluids. Also put some pain meds in the IV for you.
I don't think Nino understands it either because it's very convoluted and confusing, so he can only really pin it on insanity.
Start getting you on the spinal board here gently. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, or kind of effectively love fertility that I
surprise.
think. I think the way that Nino's gonna read it is like there's like an unfounded love between Edgar and Tilly.
Do you want some
And
assistance
Tilly
to take him down?
Obviously had feelings for Nino
that
that
makes
weren't
things
mutual.
easier?
Yeah.
So that was the core reason,
I'll walk
perhaps,
with you just to be safe.
Yeah.
it stemmed from, because fundamentally there is no issue, right? The issue was sort of like generated from who knows.
Hopefully this. Okay, let's try to see what getting you inside here.
Yeah, paranoia, perhaps.
Oh no. Oh,
There we go. Should be good now.
Oh shit, poor girl, man. I just text her. Hopefully she can move the reservation out a little bit. No, it's juicy. I mean, I think Nino crashing out on this would be really good. Bro, I was not expecting him to come through.
You need me to keep an eye on me?
My man fucking, like,
no,
that came out of nowhere.
He's got some IVs and he's been talking.
Okay.
You ask and Pippo delivers? I mean, there was, for Nino, it was a lot of like, so I'll break it down for you, right? Because I'm trying to disassemble it myself. Is in Nino's mind, he's like, I don't even know who you are, but you're here telling me I'm deciding to be whether a criminal or a gangster or something. So there wasn't any really like, Nino doesn't understand the foundation of it. Oh my God, yeah. I think Nino breaking out of his shell and unleashing again would be, ooh, really good over this.
Hello.
I'm gonna kill that fucking bitch. I swear to fucking God. Is that the kind of fucking Nino they want to see, where I walk around with a fucking gun every fucking opportunity? You can't fucking talk to anybody anymore unless you got a fucking gun in your hand. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.